Hello, welcome to this evening's moon salutation flow. This flow will help you unwind after a long day and just relax the muscles and the mind. We're going to start in a wide-legged child's pose, so just bringing the knees to the short edge of the mat, bringing the big toes to touch, and just reaching the arms out long and sitting the hips back towards the heels, dropping the forehead to the mat. And just start to bring your attention to your breath, noticing every inhale and every exhale, allowing thoughts to just pass by, bringing yourself to this present moment, this 10 minutes just for you. With every exhale, just releasing any tension in the hips, sending the breath to any areas of the body that feel tense, feel like they need more ease. On your next inhale, lifting the forehead, come up onto the fingertips and just drop the chin down towards the mat. Just feeling a deeper stretch in the arms here and across the armpits. When you're ready, releasing the hands back down, walk the hands in towards you. Bring the knees in together and just coming to sit back on the heels. Inhale, reaching the arms up. Exhale, bring the hands down through heart center into prayer position. Inhale, opening the arms out into a cactus. Lift the chest and the gaze high. Exhale, curve the spine back, rounding the arms in front of you, bringing the chin to the chest. And inhale, bring the hands to heart center. Walking the hands out into a tabletop position. Stacking the shoulders over the wrists, the hips over the knees. And just start to lift that core in and up. And when you're ready, just rolling through the spine, bring the spine round in circles, moving round in each direction, taking some intuitive movement here. So just moving in any way you feel, whatever feels good. No one is watching you. And then finding stillness, tucking the toes, lift the hips high into a downward facing dog. Bending one knee then the other, just easing into this posture today. And then when you're ready, finding stillness, drawing the heels down to the mat. Think of lifting the hips high. And then inhale, twisting the toes to one side, bending into the knees. Find a twist in this down dog. Exhale. Inhale, coming back to center. Exhale, twisting to the other side. Inhale, center. Finding your downward facing dog. When you're ready, inhale, coming up high on the toes, dropping the knees down to the mat, and then just sitting back on the heels. Bringing the hands on top of the thighs, just close down the eyes for the moment. We're going to take our moon salutations now. So inhale, coming up high on the knees, reaching the arms up. Exhale, dropping the arms down in front of you, child's pose. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, tucking the toes, lifting the hips high, downward facing dog. Inhale, coming up high on the toes, dropping the knees, tabletop. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, coming up high on the knees, bring the hands to heart center. Shift the weight back, the hips forward, finding our half camel. Noticing any wobbles here. Exhale, sitting back on the knees, closing down the eyes, just centering in. Inhale, reach the arms high, coming up high on the knees. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, tucking the toes, downward facing dog. Inhale, dropping the knees, tabletop. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, bringing the hands to heart center, coming up to the knees, half camel here, pushing the hips forwards. Exhale, neutral, and sitting back on the knees. Take another round here. Inhale, reaching the arms up. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, hands to heart center, half camel here, bending into the back. And exhale, sitting back on the knees. One last time, inhale, reaching up. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, half camel. Shifting back, hips forwards. And exhale, coming up to neutral, sitting back on the heels. Bringing the knees into touch. Bringing the arms down beside you and just rolling the body around the knees, coming into this restorative child's pose, bringing the forehead to the mat. And just bringing your attention back to the breath. Inhale, rolling up through the spine, taking the hands forwards into a tabletop and just tucking the toes and shifting the weight high into your downward facing dog. On your next inhale, lifting the right leg high, three-legged dog. Hips are square here. And as you inhale, bringing that knee towards the right wrist, creating a backward 7 with the front leg, and shifting the left leg back, coming into a pigeon pose. Lifting the gaze high first. And as you exhale, staying here, or option to bring the elbows to the mat, or even creating a pillow with the hands for the forehead. Feel free to use a cushion or a block underneath the right hip here to help support you. And just relaxing into this posture. We store a lot of emotions in our hips, so just allowing any emotions to surface, acknowledging them and just letting them pass by. With every exhale, sending the breath into any muscles that feel tight, giving them permission to relax. Holding here for 2 more breaths. And when you're ready, lifting the forehead, planting the hands, shift the right leg back, coming into a tabletop. Tucking the toes and shifting the weight up into a downward facing dog. Just centering in the body now, noticing if the right leg feels any different to the left. And on your next inhale, lifting that left leg high, three-legged dog. And as you exhale, bringing that left knee towards the left wrist, creating that backward 7, shifting the right leg back, coming into our pigeon pose. Taking the gaze high first. And as you exhale, bringing the elbows to the mat, or even creating that pillow with the hands for the forehead. Drawing your attention inwards. Letting any thoughts or emotions just pass by. Telling the body it's okay to relax here. Taking 2 more breaths here in this pigeon pose. On your next inhale, lifting the forehead, walking the hands in towards you, planting the hands and shift the left leg back, finding your tabletop. Tucking the toes and lifting high into our downward facing dog. Noticing if you feel any different here to that first downward facing dog we did together. And then stepping the feet so they're at the edges of the mat now. Pointing the toes out slightly and then just walking the hands in towards you. We're going to find our malasana, our yogic squat. So your hips may allow you to come all the way down. Please feel free to sit on pillows or blocks, or even just hold the position slightly higher. And when you're ready, taking the left hand out to the mat beside you And reaching the right arm high, bringing the hands back to center, taking the right hand out, left arm up high, taking this twist here. Bringing the hands back to center, holding here. And as you exhale, just sitting back down, or just find your way to the mat if you're sat on blocks or cushions. Shift the weight forwards, bringing the arms out in front of you, and just rolling down through the spine, coming all the way down to the mat. Bring the feet in closer towards you, arms down beside you, allowing the fingertips to just touch the backs of the heels. And on your next inhale, rolling up through the spine, lift the hips high into a bridge pose. Staying here, or option to shift the shoulders just underneath you, clasping the hands underneath the lower back. And just think of lifting those hips high, energetically drawing the knees together, keeping them in parallel. And when you're ready, exhaling, rolling down through the spine, hugging in the knees, drawing the forehead to the knees, curling all up into a ball. Before you release the legs down, bring the arms down beside you, palms facing up, finding our Shavasana, our corpse pose. Closing down the eyes, taking this moment for yourself, this moment for your mind, a moment for complete rest. Allowing the mind to be empty, releasing your day, releasing anything to do after this 10 minutes together. Fully immersing yourself in this present moment. I'm going to leave you here today in this Shavasana. Take as much time as you need here, coming out of this posture whenever you are ready, in your own time. The light in me sees, loves, and honors the light in you. Namaste.